going to talk to you about something called a Kokum scarf. So first I'll show you what the Kokum scarf looks like, and then I'll show you the poster and we'll talk about it a little bit, okay? So this is a beautiful Kokum scarf, and it is a square piece of material, and it has beautiful flowers all over it. Now this is my Kokum scarf, but they come in lots of different colors and they have lots of different patterns, and they're usually floral patterns. Now, this is significant to First Nations women, and I'm not sure, maybe you've seen some First Nations women in our community even wearing their Kokum scarves. Now, the word Kokum, can you say that? Kokum? Nice work. Kokum. So Kokum means grandmother in Cree. I'll share my poster here with you now. So the Kokum scarf is a brightly colored handkerchief or scarf. It became really popular amongst First Nations women after European settlers started arriving in Canada. It started to be one of those really wanted trading items that the First Nations women and Indigenous women would trade with the European people. Now, before the European people came, First Nations women and men had to find different ways to hold their hair back. So when the windy days were around, or when they were working in the kitchen, well, not in the kitchen, by the fire, I guess, or they were working to skin animals or work away meat, they'd have to use something to keep their hair back. Even though it was in braids, sometimes it would fall to the front. So the Kokum scarf is what they would use to keep their hair out of their face and out of their eyes while they were cooking. Now, you'd have to think, before European people came to Canada and had fabrics with them, First Nations people would have had to use different things to do this. So maybe they used some sinew to tie around their hair, like a hair elastic like we do, or maybe some crowns made out of greenery or some plants. I would be really interested to figure out more about what First Nations women used for their hair before the Kokum scarf came. So a lady named Tututsis said the scarves have many practical uses. Her grandmother wore them on the track lines. And like I said, it was just something to keep her hair back while they chopped wood or skinned an animal. She always sees the Kokum scarf as a symbol of strength. The scarves came from European traders and were often traded or gifted to Indigenous peoples in North America or Canada. The scarf serves as evidence of the early relationships between European and Indigenous peoples. Wearing a Kokum scarf is a symbol of pride for many Indigenous women. They are not only for Kokums, so not only for grandmas. They have become a symbol of Indigenous resilience, strength, and empowerment. And a quote from an Indigenous woman is, "When you wear a Kokum scarf, you're wrapped in love from generations of grandmothers, and you will remember that you come from a long line of beautiful, strong women." There's a little bit of information for you about the Kokum scarf. And if you have any more questions, or you're wondering about other things that First Nations women and men wore, then I would be happy to answer those questions for you.